We are still in the saga of a parliament and sensible Breneko parliament. And no ama a honorable Alexander Afenyo Makins abe hosti a press conference on the NPP a members of parliament. You know, omudi say almost my boycott a parliament until say a Supreme Court ebe making the decision. And no betia to me yet the speaker of parliament at one of my watch church. You know. Now Afenyo Makins ebe training say more say in fact adia a speaker here no. Say evil on the NDC Amanukun and a plan ya omoyesa. Now obey interpretation and some into details at the crop opportunity. A speaker of parliament, a timia ginaso. A declare a 4 seats, say seats, you know, a vacant. Wabras, Uncle Fuya and Gasano, or more to say, or more party in far let them maye, and or more Gasanso entry let them brew or no majority a leader and say, or more free a year no cocos in the moon and I bisa. Now, what's hard in some also say, in fact, speaker, or more day a year and Braquaso, just a more day and Yama Egua Quema, as a speaker Crampono. Yes, you know.
97.3. If a person, upon being elected a member of parliament on a particular ticket and decides to contest future elections under another ticket, that person will lose that seat, so be it, would abide by the rulings of the court. So, we'll stay back and not want to participate in the chaos in the chamber created by Mr. Speaker. Meanwhile, we have become aware that the injunction application has been overtaken by event. We are lawyers. We know what to do. And we'll be fortified by the law to look for another process to ensure that the right things are done. So we'll argue our case in court. Meanwhile, we call upon the good people of Ghana to condemn the conduct of Mr. Speaker and then the NDC minority. And it was very rich. It was very rich to hear Dr. Forson immediately proclaiming to be a majority leader. In fact, Mr. Speaker himself, in spite of doing their bidding, fell short of declaring them to be the majority, in spite of all. And then he still found space to address me as majority leader and still address him as minority leader. But again, they further exposed themselves, because immediately after, their flag bearer was on a campaign platform claiming that God has given them the majority status. Is that how God grants majority status on individuals who are full of mischief, vicious, and evil? What they did was evil. What they did in parliament yesterday was evil. NDC does not believe in democracy. They believe in chaos. And we are law-abiding citizens. We in the MPP are Democrats. We believe in the rule of law, and that is why we calmly left the chamber for them. And we know that if we make our case well in court, the court will make a determination that would advance the cause of democracy.
And no, Anna Alexander Afenyo Makins, as had in some to say, in fact, or the some air call Eddie Ama party food soldiers, and the NPP Amanukuni na. Someone Moyani Yakotwaba, and I may buffway, it's Metro NDC, may buffway Metro NDC, no, a B and a AC, no. Se si hana yeka say ye wo niam bebra e be say aban etimi approve e wo parliament se ne be ya obetimi arun niam smooth but ye hwede ye say AC just next month omo ko o te say omo be ko break na se si ya no chaos we asi abane de na se obi are very careful abano okoto a make sure so obeto e de ama
again to our party full soldiers, our parliamentary candidates, and all party members across the length and breadth of the country. These are useful lessons to learn. I urge on all of you that looking at the chaos in parliament, we don't want skirt and blouse. We don't want situations where you say that somebody in NDC is your friend. At this moment, they have shown to us that if they get an opportunity again to have numbers in parliament, there will be chaos. They want to frustrate government business as it is today. We have the judges, the Supreme Court judges who have been vetted and are supposed to be approved to work for the nation. They don't want that to happen. There are businessmen who have invested in our country because of our 1D1F policy. Their projects have to be approved. The NDC doesn't want that, so they want there to be chaos. The finance minister is supposed to present some papers to parliament regarding budget before appropriation. This cannot happen. So they don't believe in democracy. They want chaos because they want an opportunity to come back to fest on us their incompetence. We know how they never believed in the free SHS policy. How they never believed in the free SHS policy. How they don't even have a single social intervention program standing in their name. These are the people who want to create chaos and use that as an opportunity to come back to power. I want to tell every single Ghanaian listening to me today that NDC has nothing new. In fact, upon launching their manifesto, it was clear that they had nothing new to offer. They claim a so-called 24-hour economy, but if you even ask them to explain, they get upset and angry. They can't even point to a particular thing they mean by 24-hour economy.
And Anna Afenyo Makins, as a veteran, akoka omwa say Sesiano speaker, I declare almost seats in the vacant or become one sem. No, say in fact, Andrews, Messiama, MP for Menano, or the why now they say, Obesiu, Bagbin, or no Obesiu separately, or no Casadia, or any lawyers at Dinkoma, or Mukosiu, Speaker of Parliament.
My members who are going independent, i.e., the MP for Suhum and the MP for Agona West, have not applied to me to say that they are no more part of the caucus. 2, the party has not taken any action to dismiss them from the party. Neither have they written to resign from the party. They have only expressed an intent to participate in the next elections as independent candidate. As it is today, as a matter of fact, their status as members of parliament on the ticket of MPP remain same. It hasn't changed. 2, the independent candidate who applied to caucus with MPP has not changed his stand. So nothing has changed in terms of how the composition of parliament is as of today. Indeed, I am in touch with Honorable Amwakwe Esiama, and in fact, I'm happy to even announce to you that he is also filing a separate action as a result of the conduct of Mr. Speaker. So you will soon see an action filed by him, because what Mr. Speaker has done is to deny his constituents an opportunity to be heard. I don't want to go into the legal issues, but politically, what Mr. Speaker has done is wrong, and it doesn't help democracy. Let's leave it that way.
And Afenyo Makins to cut everything short, or the interpretation of a NPP form constitution and Kasa and able to because a man for cancer me say so be a NPP ni that's all co-independent. It means automatically we forfeit a membership and no better say mu honum at the association.
MPP constitution that you quoted, though I answered it generally, but the specific provision under 3, rights of member. So though there's a clause that confers automaticity right on the party, there is also another arm that confers due process right of fair hearing on the member who is affected. So if you come here, right of a member shall have the right to participate in all activities of the party subject to rules and regulations, be heard whenever his or activities and conduct are in question and under consideration by the party. So if my member has decided to file as an independent candidate in the next election, and the party is not happy, the constitution, which you quoted, enjoins the party to hear the person, explain your activities. But that is not where we are. This is we NPP. This is us. We have not written to Mr. Speaker. They said they were following precedents. Even if that is the precedents they want to follow, that precedence was triggered by a certain process. Has NDC written to Mr. Speaker? Has Fifi Kwete, as General Secretary of NDC, written to Mr. Speaker that indeed our member Kwache Aka has been sacked? Has MPP written, I as the majority leader and leader of government business and leader of the caucus, have I written to Mr. Speaker to say that this is a communication from the party? Of course not. Therefore, please proceed. So they have placed something on nothing. And that is why it is falling. It's crashing. There is nothing. There is nothing that supports their actions. And when you want to make your point, Mr. Speaker begins to threaten you. Yesterday, all of you saw the way he was threatening me. He became so apprehensive and called a marshal on us. I mean, I think it was most unfair that after Mr. Speaker has said all that he wanted to say, he now was pushing me by rules. That what rule am I up to respond and all, and that what do I want to say? Basically stopping me from speaking. He didn't want me to speak, and I yielded to him because that is his platform. If Parliament is all about Speaker, he should take it. I repeat, if Parliament is all about Speaker, and in any event, what Mr. Speaker forgot yesterday is that it took a fit columnist from us to make him a speaker, by the way. Often he forgets and does a bidding of NDC. If it's all the NDC members who voted for him, he wouldn't be speaker. But we leave that to posterity and his own good judgment.
So that is the press conference of Afenyo Makins, any members of parliament, MPs, you know, or more, and some more, they better. Chairman, comment section.